shot movie, that's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot movie, that's all you need. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot, you only get one shot.
It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hurts. And this one complete to Smith.
When you decide to run a hitch route, you really have to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try and run the option left side. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The fake to give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 39 yards. And the Eagles will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Score Eagles 7, Vikings 0.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
The running there is Cook, but no lane to be found as they'll stop him behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Cousins. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 28. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercut.
Touchdown, Vikings! Alexander Madison, 28 yards. And the Vikings responded to the opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles will be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. It's Daniil Hunter. He's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. 7-7, our score after 1. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. 6 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins to throw it. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Eagles 14, Vikings 7.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but it led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And complete right side to Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 58 yards rushing for him in this 1st half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Over the middle, it's complete. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Tackle made by Kaiser White. You know he can fly to the ball, and he showed it there.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7.
21, Vikings 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we just saw something you don't ordinarily see, and that's him trying to deep ball after throwing a pick-6 on his previous pass. Normally, they give him something safe to get his confidence back. Instead, they let him fire it downfield, albeit unsuccessfully.
He's going to go up top again. He's got a man complete. And he will still out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs. And the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Cousins on first down. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now, because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins now. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. They'll dump this off to Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now on 2nd and 13, Hurts. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but he falls incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll pull it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. That's taken it around the 40. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! He's been doing this for a lot of years. The arm strength still there. He showed it off on that one. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 21. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Sanders. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks out, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that one. That 2nd down play nets a -4. This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down. They drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about the defense did there, able to shut him down on that attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Now an end around as Cousins will just pop this forward. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 80 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Play fake. Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. Up the middle, it's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Here's Hurts to throw, and this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty, able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. He's back to throw. Pass complete, Goddard. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. He'll look to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line. Back to throw. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Back to throw.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it on thirds. It's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we without a ride, nobody wave, we're the ones who started with it. Translation.